latest on the looming threat of a potential Russian invasion of Ukraine and the growing American response. As Ukrainian troops remain vigilant, around 8,500 American troops have now been put on high alert, meaning they are ready to deploy at short notice to NATO countries in Eastern Europe. Yesterday, with pressure building, President Biden had a profane hot mic moment with a reporter asking about a different subject, inflation. And, of course, he's also facing questions from members of Congress about all his plans. Weijia Jiang is a questioner of the president. She's at the White House for us this morning. Weijia, it's not easy being president. I think President Biden's learning that anew this morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning. The White House says that members of the National Security Team will provide 2 classified briefings for congressional leaders today, and they're working on even more for all members of Congress in the coming days. As for that potential troop deployment, the White House says that it was always part of contingency planning, and it is not in direct response to one act by Russia.
I had a very, very, very good meeting, total unanimity with all the European leaders.
From the Situation Room, President Biden had an 80-minute video call with European allies on ways to respond if Russia invades Ukraine. The Pentagon has ordered 8,500 U.S.-based troops on higher alert to possibly deploy to NATO's eastern flank. And some American forces who are stationed within Europe may be called on to assist. It's not just a military offensive the U.S. is on alert for. In a new bulletin to law enforcement partners nationwide, the Department of Homeland Security warned that if Russia feels threatened by a U.S. or NATO response to a potential invasion, it may conduct a cyber attack against the U.S., from low-level denials of service to destructive attacks targeting critical infrastructure. So far, the administration has not imposed preemptive sanctions, with hopes that diplomacy prevails. President Biden is also under mounting pressure to revive his domestic agenda and deal with rising prices. A recent CBS News poll found the majority of Americans disapprove of how the president has handled the economy and inflation. On Monday, when a Fox News reporter asked him a question about inflation, Mr. Biden fired off an insult.
Do you think inflation is a political liability?
That's a great asset. More inflation. What a stupid son of a bitch.
That Fox News correspondent Peter Doocy tells me that about an hour later, President Biden called him to clear the air. He said the president told him it's not personal, and they talked about moving forward.
Weijia, thank you.